Everyone, thank you for joining us for the next podcast, the NiUG Plugged-In Podcast. I am happy to bring some really exciting news about the newest release coming from ASI for iMIS EMS. And today we're going to chat with both Jeff Spring of ASI and Melissa Mack of IBC. And we're going to talk about what is coming with the new release. So, guys, I heard you chatting earlier about some of the amazing things, and I'm excited for them because we're getting ready to upgrade soon. So why don't you guys both tell me a little bit about, and you ladies, tell me a little bit about what's coming with the newest release.
Yeah, this is something that we're really excited about. This is going to be quite a big jump for our clients who are currently on a version that came out last quarter. We've been doing releases about once a quarter, and since we're coming up on the end of the year, this will likely be the last release that we get out in 2022. So this will be our kind of our closing event for 2022. So we've got an awful lot of work into this one, and we're excited to get it out and get people using it.
So you're going out with a bang.
That's the hope. Yep.
Great things happening. All right. So, Melissa, was there anything that caught your eye that ASI is getting ready to release that you want to tell us about?
Absolutely. I love attending the sprint reviews, but I love it even better doing these podcasts and the webinar that you're going to tell them about a little bit later, because stuff we've been seeing in the sprint review for the last couple of months is now going to be in everybody's hands. And probably my favorite stuff is report writer stuff. We've always been able to add like PDF attachments to communication templates, but I'm so excited that we're going to be able to add, finally, we saw it in the sprint review a while ago, but the report writer reports will be able to be attached to communication templates, one of my most exciting new features. So.
Yeah, I think that's really exciting too. Over the last year or two, we've been working on getting Report Writer integrated into iMIS and making that the primary tool for reporting. And a big part of what people use iMIS for is to get those reports out and circulate them to people. So we've added the ability to add your Report Writer reports to all of your communications attachments, including report or communications that you send out through process automation. So things like billing notices, event invoices, those are all available in Report Writer now. So we'll take a closer look at those in the webinar, and I'll show you what those look like and how to get to them, and we can talk a little bit about how to use them.
That's awesome. Sound very exciting. And after seeing Sarah Hodnott during the Tech Summit show us the functionality with Report Writer, it's like a crystal reports on steroids is how I put it when I was on that webinar. But I'm excited to use it because it really does look relatively easy, and the functionality of it is, there's just so much more that you can do. So I'm super excited to see what you can do with regard to attaching all of those different attachments. It's going to make a lot of people's lives much easier.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest benefits of Report Writer is that it's all just built right within iMIS. You don't have to have a third-party tool that you use. You go to iMIS and you go to Report Writer and you work on your report. And we've got 30 or so or more sample reports that you can use as a starting point. So we've got lots of examples of how to write reports, and we've taken a lot of the common, not Crystal reports, because we don't use Crystal reports anymore, but SSRS reports, and redone those in Report Writer to give some strong samples that you can use. You can take those and use them as a starting point, customize them to fit your organization, change the information on them, reformat them a little bit if you'd like to. That's all available right through within iMIS now. So I think that's really exciting.
It is exciting.
Awesome.
And the Report Writer reports, the communication templates are also going to allow other types of attachments too. So I'm real excited about that. You want to?
Yeah, we get quite a lot of requests from people to allow different file types to be attached to communications. For a long time, it was just PDFs, and now you can attach other types like image files, Office documents, some of those other types of files that people use frequently and frequently want to send out to people. So
Even
those are
PowerPoints, I
even
saw.
PowerPoints. That's right.
Nice. Very nice. Exciting. What about, there were some things that you were talking about with regard to staff account pages, Melissa. Do you and Jeff want to talk about that a little bit?
I'll let Jeff start.
I was going to say, go ahead, Melissa. Tell us what you think about those. Yeah, we have a designer who's always working on improving the look and feel of pages within iMIS. So we're coming out with some new, some of our themes are being updated. We've also updated the staff account page, which is where most staff obviously spends most of their day, to make that information easier to get to, make a little more sense, easier to work with, and just look a little bit more modern. The layout's a little cleaner. So excited to show that in the webinar as well.
Yeah, and I think we should also just chat with the user base on the account pages, the staff account pages, and the things that you guys have improved upon, how to get it into their staff account pages if they've made modifications. So I think that'll be a great thing to come to the webinar to see and talk about.
Yeah, that's a really good point. That's really where all the benefits come in.
Yeah, they're cute little icons everywhere on the nav now.
What would life be without a bunch of icons and emojis?
You never know where to go.
That's right. Jeff, what about the OpenID Connect? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, this is something else that we've had quite a few requests for. With Azure Active Directory, you can now use that to manage all of your iMIS staff users through within iMIS. So if you've got a large organization, especially with dozens or hundreds of users, you can all manage that through your Azure Active Directory now, instead of having to enable or disable your staff people as they come and go in multiple places. This just makes it a lot easier to put all those users in one place and maintain them from the same place, cut down on the opportunities for mistakes, and cut down on the possibility that maybe you forget to disable someone in iMIS, so a staff person who is left may still have access to your iMIS. So that just makes it a lot more secure and a lot easier to manage those users.
Definitely more efficient, for sure.
Yeah.
Very nice. Were there any other things that we wanted to give them a little bit of tidbit of information? Or are those your highlights? I know we talked about doing a webinar. That webinar is going to be so that we could take some of these things that we're talking about and show all of you the how-tos of it and how it all works and comes together. So that is going to be on December 1st. And we're going to hold that at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. That's so we can have some of our UK folks. Speaking of the UK folks, Jeff, isn't there something we'll be showing them?
Yeah, we've got UK credit cards available now. We're still working on direct debits for UK, but credit cards are available now.
Awesome.
And one more thing, unrelated to that, but I think one of my favorite things that we'll be showing at the webinar is something that we've done with query templates, so that you can display your IQA query results in something other than just a row and column grid. It allows you to use HTML and format those in sort of a card style, like you see pretty much everywhere these days.
Very cool.
And you can display, it works great for directories, product listings, whatever you've got that you want to have a query that brings back some results, and you want to display that in a way that's meaningful and easy for your users to use. So we'll show that on the webinar as well.
Yeah, I love that feature. I love that. So looking forward to seeing how we can have the users implement it once they have it in their hands, which a lot of them have it already, but everybody will have it by December 1st, I think.
Yeah.
Definitely. Great. Well, if there's nothing else that you guys wanted to talk about, we'll go ahead and end this issue of NiUG's Plugged In. And again, look forward to that webinar on December 1st, and that's at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. We will have a link and information on our website very soon for you to start registering. With that being said, thank you both again for joining us and letting some of the fun functionality and the cool new tools and things like that we have coming our way. I'm sure many users are going to be very excited to see some of this stuff in action. So thank you both, Melissa and Jeff, for joining me today. And I hope to chat with you soon. If not, I'll see you on the webinar.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it.
All right.